Hello, this is Mrs. Bailey, and today I'm going to talk to you about taking notes, how to synthesize information from a source. Most of these slides were taken from a library media specialist, Mary Alice Osborne, with permission. So what I want you to do is as we go and take the notes, I want you to take your own notes, and we're going to go over how to do that. So let's first talk about the importance. Why do we take notes here at Lee Virtual School? We take notes in order to improve your comprehension or how you learn and understand what you're reading. So there's a lot of different ways to learn to take notes. We're going to go over two very simple ways to take notes today, and you can always improve on those and use what works best for you. The first idea is to use bullets. So the example of a bulleted list would be if you're reading an article about foods that Romans list using bullets of putting the title, Food That Romans Ate. I'll underline that here for you. So your title would be Foods That Romans Ate. And then underneath that, using bullets, you have Romans list to help you organize your notes. Bulleted list on things to remember as you're reading through your curriculum. It's really important here at Lee Virtual that you take notes in each of your modules for every subject area. To expand on that a little more is the idea of lists. We all make grocery lists from time to time. We all make lists from time to time. Grocery lists, lists of things to bring on vacation, to-do lists, right? Lists for what you want for your birthday. So making lists of something that we naturally do, and you can use this in your notes. When doing research, you can also make lists. List of countries that Romans conquered, list of weapons used by the Romans. For language arts, you could also make a list of ideas on an essay, and then make a list of your different works that you're going to use in that essay. So by combining lists and bullet lists, as we talked about in the previous slide, it's a really good starting point for you to be able to take notes. So again, you can make your title, Foods Romans 8, and then you list, or you can make a list on countries the Romans conquered or vocabulary that you need to study for that specific module, depending on the subject area. Another thing that I wanted to briefly talk about is when we take notes from our modules, we don't write word for word all the information that is given to us. We paraphrase. And what paraphrasing is using your own words. The steps for that is to read the information through. So the first thing you do is you read the information in the lesson provided. And then, without looking at the original material, write your own version using your own words, because your notes aren't for your teacher, your notes aren't for your parents, your notes are for you to understand what you're studying to master the material. You'll use that on your DBA, your discussion-based assessments, and also on your quizzes. So you want to make sure that you understand your notes, and you can do this by using your own words. So what you should do is read the information through. Without looking at the original material, write your version, and then change words that are difficult to words you understand. Vocabulary words you can underline, you can put the definition, but then what you also want to do is to make it so you can understand it. So turn it into your own words. And of course, you still need to cite the information, and you'll be going over that in another video. So your activity, what I want you to do is I want you to paraphrase and take notes on this article to turn in. So it's a short little article, and I want you to, in your own words, take notes using a bulleted list. Roman men and women originally seem to have worn a large piece of wool wrapped around themselves. After they met people from Greece and Egypt around 200 BC, they began to wear linen tunics, like t-shirts, under their wool robes, which was more comfortable. On their feet, both men and women wore leather sandals, or leather boots in cold weather. In their hair, women wore wooden hair sticks or wooden combs, which they could also use to comb their hair. So now what your job is to do is in a Google document, I want you to take notes based on this article to turn in for this assignment. And you should use paraphrasing and a bulleted list. Thank you.